Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Kuhn here again from Paleo Primal Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, what are my thoughts on everything in moderation? So, there's that concept that you'll hear a lot from nutritionists and doctors and dietitians, and it's, you can eat everything in moderation. The problem with that is, how do you define moderation? What's moderate to me isn't the same that's moderate to you. In fact, research even indicates that people's general consumption correlates to their definition of moderation. So excessive amounts of food generally are what exceeds their current consumption. So let's say your current diet consists of, 2 quarter pounders a day. Well, that's moderate to you because, well, that's what you eat. Anything more than that would be excessive. Otherwise, that's what I need to eat. More than that's excessive. However, if you actually look at what's in that quarter pounder, even one is not okay, right? So moderate amounts of crap is still crap. So honestly, the concept of moderation is bull. Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, what you need to do is eat real foods. We've talked about this before. Calories are not the problem. What the problem is not eating real things. Because foods today, they've been designed to become hyper palatable. Things that are salty, things that are sweet, and things that are fatty, the three of those are each very palatable. They make you want to eat more. However, when you combine the three of them together, you get a bomb. And that makes those foods super easy to overconsume. We talked about it already. A big problem people have with losing weight is under-consuming food. They don't eat enough of real foods. Because when you eat real foods, it's very hard to overeat. Choose nutrient-dense foods, and you're going to be fuller for longer. Choose ones that won't set up a hormonal cascade that cause you to get back on that blood sugar roller coaster and have to eat over and over and over again. Pringles had that motto for a reason. Bet you can't eat just one, right? Why? Because it's super hard. Once you try the one, you're like, well, I'm just gonna keep going. And that's another problem people have when they go on super restricted diets, is that they don't eat enough, like we said, then they go and binge. So you want to eat lots of real food. It's super hard to overeat on vegetables. It's super hard to overeat on quality fats and quality animals. If you try to sit down and eat a pound of grass-fed beef, could you do it? Sure. Are you going to be hungry again for a while? No. If you try to eat 3-4 pounds of vegetables in one sitting, are you going to be hungry again? I really don't think so. If you tried to eat a stick of butter, I'm not recommending that, but if you tried to eat a stick of grass-fed butter, at the end of that you'd have about 800 calories, yet you're probably not getting through that and you're going to be pretty full at the end. So think about it. If you eat real food, it's super hard to overeat. It's when you eat those bombs, those hyper-palatable foods that combine the salt, the sugar, and the fat all together. So those products, the ones that are super easy to overconsume, those highly processed foods, those are the ones where it's really easy to overeat, and those are the ones that everybody wants to have in moderation. That's the problem. Focus on real foods. That way, if you do decide to have, a slice of pizza or some ice cream, you're not going to go and eat the whole thing. You're not going to eat a whole pie. You're not going to eat a whole pint of ice cream. And even if you did, if you spent the majority of your time eating real food, well, that can act almost as a hormetic stressor, right? It's that little bit, that low dose of that crap that can lead to some beneficial results. So now, mentally, you're like, I had my pizza, I had my ice cream. But because the majority of the time you're eating those real foods, it's not going to be the end of the world. But if you're eating moderate amounts of ice cream every day, and if you're eating moderate amounts of quarter pounders every day, and you're eating moderate amounts of pizza every day, what's going to happen? The majority of your results are going to come from eating the real food. So if you eat real food 80, 90, 95% of the time, and then you have a slice of pizza, a cup of ice cream, yeah, you'll probably be fine. If you have a condition, though, well, then it gets a little bit tougher. If you have celiac, You have to stay away from wheat, even a minimal exposure. If you have an allergy, you gotta stay away from whatever it is you're allergic to, right? It's super easy to avoid those foods then. Why is it harder when you don't have an explicit issue? Why is it harder to avoid those processed foods? No, you have to have it in moderation. No, not okay. Eat real foods. If you want to have health, if you want to lose weight, eat real foods. And then, when you want to have a treat, either make a healthy version of the treat, or if you don't have an explicit condition, go out and have the real one. Whatever. That one time. And not going out and binging on it, okay? So, that's when moderation comes in. Moderation as a treat. Get it? That could be a hormetic stressor. But if you're eating all the time in moderation, that's where it's a problem. So, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about moderation being bold. You know. So guys, hope that helped you out. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Share with your friends. Head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman. Head over to Facebook over at Paleo Primal Long Island, and of course over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, enjoy this beautiful weather. Even the sun though, get that in moderation, right? Yeah. But I'll see you tomorrow, guys.